Did you know that refreshing your brand identity can increase brand recognition by nearly 50%? A strong brand identity is more than just a logo or a color palette. It's a visual and emotional connection with your audience. When executed well, it can transform your brand's presence, making it unforgettable. In today's video, we'll explore how a well-crafted brand identity boosts recognition, the common pitfalls that hold businesses back, and a step-by-step guide to creating an identity that stands out. So let's get started right now. So why do so many brands struggle to establish strong recognition? Here are 3 of the most common reasons. The first is outdated design. Many businesses stick with a brand identity that no longer aligns with their audiences or industry trends. Over time, this creates a disconnect, making their brand feel irrelevant or out of touch. The second is inconsistent branding across your channels. When your logo, colors, fonts, and messaging vary across different platforms, your brand loses its ability to create a cohesive experience. This inconsistency confuses customers and dilutes your brand impact. And the third is lack of emotional resonance. A brand identity isn't just visual, it should invoke emotions and tell a story. Brands that fail to connect emotionally often struggle to remain memorable, especially in a competitive market. So what happens when your brand identity fails to deliver? The first is poor brand recall. Customers are bombarded with choices daily, and if your identity isn't distinctive, they're unlikely to remember you when it matters most. The second is weakened market positioning. A lack of recognition makes it harder to establish authority in your industry, leaving you vulnerable to competitors with stronger identities. And the third is missed revenue opportunities. Without a recognizable and compelling brand identity, customers are less likely to trust you, making it harder to convert leads and drive sales. A refreshed and consistent brand identity can change the game. Here is how you can create one that drives recognition and results. Step number 1, audit your current identity. Evaluate your existing logo, typography, colors, and imagery to identify elements that feel outdated or misaligned with your brand's mission. This will reveal areas where improvement is needed. Step number 2, align design with your brand values. Your visual identity should reflect your brand's core values and your personality. For example, a tech company might prioritize sleek and modern designs, while an eco-friendly brand might emphasize natural tones and organic shapes. Step number 3, simplify and streamline. The most recognizable brands like Nike or Apple use simple, clean designs that are easy to remember. Avoid clutter and focus on creating a cohesive visual story. Step number 4, build a comprehensive brand style guide. Document rules for using your logo, typography, color palette, and imagery across all platforms. A style guide ensures consistency, making your brand instantly recognizable wherever it appears. And step number 5, test and gather feedback. Before launching your new identity, test it with your audiences or key stakeholders. Feedback ensures that your brand resonates and allows you to make necessary adjustments before rolling out the full brand identity. Let's take a look at Burberry as an example. In the early 2000s, Burberry's brand identity was struggling. Once a symbol of British luxury, it had become associated with counterfeits and lost its premium appeal. To regain its position, Burberry underwent a comprehensive rebranding effort. They refreshed their logos, reintroduced their signature check patterns and modern designs, and aligned their visual identity with a younger, fashion-forward audience. The result? Burberry's brand recognition soared, contributing to a massive turnaround in sales and market perception. Today, Burberry is once again seen as a leader in luxury fashion. A strong brand identity isn't just about aesthetics, it's a powerful tool for building recognition and trust. By updating outdated elements, creating emotional connections, and ensuring consistency, you can make your brand unforgettable in the minds of your customers. If your brand identity feels stagnant or out of sync with your goals, take the time to refresh it now. The results could be transformational, not just for recognition, but also for your business's growth.